Hello friends, it's Tom Day. And a couple days ago, they released a new patch for Diablo III. And not too much was changed. However, there was a really big change to the wizard skill Energy Twister. They made it so that if they're standing still, they'll despawn, which kind of destroys the current, the meta, the three support one wizard builds. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to see what the new leaderboards are like. So let's take a look. These are the PTR Season 4-player leaderboards, and the top groups, there are still some wizards here. You'll still see them down here, but they're not clearing that high. You can't go that far down because not a lot of people are playing the PTR right now. But it's kind of cool to see at the top. Looks like we have 2 Witch Doctors in the groups. People are using a DPS Witch Doctor. Let's see if we can find... Yeah, that might be a support Witch Doctor. Oh, maybe it's this guy right here. So it looks like they're doing a Gargantuan build for damage, and it seems that a couple of the other groups configurations are doing this as well. And if you look at this one, you can see 2 Witch Doctors again. This person, I think it's actually this guy right here. And it looks like it's a mix of Gargantuan with some sacrifice built into it. And that's really cool. That would be fun to see. I'd love to play a sacrifice build. And at least with this group, it appears that they have 2 DPS and they're both Witch Doctors. Here, we can check out this person's stats right here. I think it's this one. Very similar build to his buddy. Sacrifice, Gargantuan. And that's awesome. 2 DPS is at least more fun than, 3 supports. And it looks like they have a Crusader and a Barbarian as the ZTPS classes. And if we switch over to the 2-man leaderboards, you see a lot of monks and Witch Doctors. And there's still a wizard down here. But overall, it seems like Witch Doctors are going to end up being the damage dealer for Season 7. So that's pretty exciting. And you can check out here, this guy right here. He is on both the 2-player and 4-player leaderboards. On the 4-player leaderboards, he had the sacrifice build that we saw. And in the 2-player leaderboards, it looks like he's using this build, which is pretty similar, except it opts for using the Fetish Army along with Piranhas, and it switches the passives around a little bit. It's really no surprise that the Greater Rift tiers are lower on the PTR than they are on the current live servers, because after the nerfs, everyone got knocked down a few Greater Rifts. And even with the nerfs that were implemented to group play a few weeks ago, it still appears that we have 2 support, even sometimes 3 support in groups. It's unsure if there'll be a new wizard build that ends up taking the top DPS spot, but at least currently it seems like Witch Doctors might be the new top dog. Hopefully the changes will breathe enough life into Season 7 to make it enjoyable for at least a couple of weeks. So until next time, guys, talk to you later.